Oh, so you want to go see those lights out there? Do you know, when I first got on the path, I was told that those lights for this time of the year and any time that they're used like this, for Halloween and 4th of July and all that Mardi Gras, all that kind of junk, it is because there's no light in the people that are doing it. The Father is not in them. So I'd be thinking twice about using those lights. I really would. This is not coming out of a dislike for anybody. This is just a thing to tell you, because there were some people that did the lights for the Sukkot a couple of years back. Maybe it was last year. And I told him something about it. I said, I said, it's pretty. I said, but it's of the world. The Father doesn't expect you to put lights like that. He doesn't expect you to do that kind of a decoration. When you're using things of the world like that to celebrate the Father, He doesn't like that, because that's not something that He did. He likes the menorah because He sanctioned the menorah. He likes, just different things. It's because He's already sanctioned it. And, the others, He hasn't sanctioned that. It doesn't say that in Scripture. It doesn't tell you to put up these many lights. And so the next thing is you want to decorate a tree. Well, that tree is totally pagan. It was done in witchcraft. It was used in ancient Germanic rituals and Norse rituals. Also in the Netherlands. They have a being over there that is demon that carries children in a sack, and he's their version of Santa Claus, but he's called Sinterklaas. And they look different in each one of those countries over there. And even in the Netherlands, they have these little, well, they're not as little as the ones like they portray for Santa Claus. That's the Coca-Cola Santa Claus. But they are smaller than what Santa Claus is. But they put them with the soot on their face. So that's to make fun of the natural branch of the tribes of YAHUSHA. So it's very racist, and it shouldn't be that at all. That star that's put up, it's a 5-pointed star that if you put it upside down is Baphomet. All stars have been used in satanic worship. The 5-pointed, the 6-pointed, the 8-pointed, all of these are satanic ritual stars. There's two meanings for this. The wreath have been told that that's the female, and the tree is the male. And so there's sexual innuendos with that. But I also heard another one today where it said that the tree was, well, they had said that it was done in Germany, but that the wreath represented the sun rising, the S-U-N rising. But the sun, worshiping the sun, is also pagan. So everything that is done with Christmas is pagan. The Yule log is pagan as well. So don't do any of these things. These are all pagan symbols and rituals, and even the presents. The presents go under the tree. That's like when the temple prostitutes had the relations with the men that had paid them. They were whores, and they were paid, and they went under a tree and offered to a tree. The Christmas tree is actually green when everything else is dead in the middle of winter over there. And that's why the Christmas tree is used. It was used, the Vikings also worshipped it. But if you think about all of these holidays that are going on right now, this is the dead of winter. So it's not a good time of the year. And, you know, you're celebrating something that's celebrating unalive. And when you celebrate that, it means that you're going against the Father Yahuwah. And He is about everything that's about life. So when you go against the Father Yahuwah, what you're saying? That you want the unalive instead of the life. So y'all need to become aware about the things that you're doing and understand that you're saying a lot by doing that. That's a lot that you're stating. Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah chapter 10. Hear the word which Yahuwah speaks to you, O house of Yasharel. Thus said Yahuwah, do not learn the ways of the Gentiles, and do not be awed by the signs of the Shamaim, for the Gentiles are awed by them. For the prescribed customs of these peoples are worthless. For one cuts a tree from the forest, work for the hands of a craftsman with a cutting tool. They adorn it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, so that it does not topple. They are like a rounded post, and they do not speak. They have to be carried because they do not walk. Do not be afraid of them, for they do no evil, nor is it in them to do any good. This is Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1 through 5. Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 14 to start. Everyone is brutish in knowledge. Every smith is put to shame by his idol. For his molded image is falsehood, and there is no ruach in them. They are worthless, a work of mockery. In the time of their punishment, they perish. The portion of Yaqub is not like these, for he is the maker of all, and Yasharel is the tribe of his inheritance. Yahuwah Sabaoth is his name. So, Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah, chapter 10, starting at verse 14 to 16. Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah, chapter 10, 8 through 9. They are both brutish and foolish, taught of worthless ones, made of wood. Silver is beaten into plates. It is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the craftsman and of the hands of the smith, draped in blue and purple. All of them are the work of skilled ones.